It's called Escultura, the latest partnership between the Mexican Museum of San Francisco and the University of San Francisco. With me here on Comunidad Del Valle, David de la Torre back, who heads the functions there at the Mexican Museum. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you,
talk about
Damien.
Escultura. What are we looking at here? This is a unique experience, venture for the Mexican Museum.
It is. We have a new partnership with the university, and they have a new museum studies program, a graduate program there. They have a gallery. They have this rooftop terrace where the museum has installed its major bronze metal sculptures, like our Zúñiga Maternidad and other icon pieces in the permanent collection.
Mm-hmm. Now here's one of them, and we're going to show some different portraits that you were able to provide for us on some of the other exhibitions there at the Mexican Museum. You guys keep going.
Right. This is Diálogos Gráficos, which is our printmaking exhibition on the history of Mexican and Mexican-American printmaking. And then we see some shots of pieces from the Rex May collection of popular art. This is a contemporary work by Gustavo Monroy, and here's a papier-mâché fantasy figure.
I guess you have to know all of this if you're going to be the main man there at the Mexican Museum, you know?
Every day we learn something new, right?
There you go.
That's the way to think of it.
Now, talk about your exhibitions, because you've been there for quite a while now, and they just keep coming, and the attendance, I would imagine, is pretty good there.
Well, we do have heightened visibility now because you know that we're building a new art museum on 3rd and Mission Street in downtown San Francisco, in the Yerba Buena. And so right now we're at Fort Mason, where we've been for 25 years, and that's where our collections are for the most part. The museum has amassed nearly over 15,000 objects in its collections, and it spans history from the ancient culture to contemporary art.
For those of us who live down in the South Bay and haven't had a chance to visit the museum, what are we missing out on?
Well, I strongly recommend a field trip to the city. And you can come up on the train, or you can take public transportation. Just get over to Fort Mason in Building D, and we're free. We have lots of family days there for art making for children and adults. So check our website.
And you're here to talk specifically about the Escultura. Tell us a little bit more about it, if you will. I mean, this is, again, a unique partnership to be on the rooftop there.
Right. If you venture to the university campus during the week from 9 to 5, on Fulton and Parker Street, right where St. Ignatius is, there's a building right next door, and you go up the elevator, and there's a rooftop terrace where you can see the whole city. And then we have about 8 bronze sculptures up there, including some recent gifts that were given to us. Are
you surprised that there is this collaboration with the university, that the university itself is even venturing into this?
I'm an alumni of the university, and there is this effort, which is very successful on the part of the university, to encourage the general public to come in and walk on the campus and see the library and other things there. There's a gallery in the library now. And so the art program and then the Latin American program at the university have really grown a lot since I was there in the 1970s. So it's a perfect match for the museum and the university to share resources, and then of course we're training young people to go into the field.
Well, that was my next question, is how difficult or easy maybe is it to attract the young folks to come and appreciate the arts?
That's a very interesting question, because nowadays, as you know, there are generations under us or on the other side of us, and Generation X and all of that. And are they interested in going to art museums? Yes, if they're introduced to it in a way. And so we're doing collaborations with the fine arts museums on having special Friday events for young people, and have music, and then come in the galleries and see the art.
That's one way.
Yep.
All right. It's called Escultura. It's being displayed right now at the rooftop at the University of San Francisco. Log on to the web address for the Mexican Museum of San Francisco for more information. Thank you so much again for driving all the way down to the Silicon Valley and enlightening us.
My pleasure.
All right, David de la Torre, thank you very much.
Thank you
Anytime.
so much.
And up next, you're on Comunidad del Valle, the legendary Dr. Julia Curry. Stay with us.